from above.
Hello YouTube and welcome back to Old Flads. This is Ace of Spades and you are watching episode 2 of Challenge Flads, my new series where you guys give me challenges to try and complete an Ace of Spades and I see if I can do them or not. As you would have seen from video 1, it is currently subscribers 1, Flads nil. I couldn't get 30 RPG kills in TDM. I think I probably could if I went at it for another couple of weeks, but I couldn't do it in the time given. It was just way too much. So today's challenge, as you'll be seeing, I've already cashed in one of them, is 5 diamonds in the mode Diamond Mine. This was sent in by the Sniping Raccoon, my mate Darren. He's got an excellent channel. He's just been partnered, so massive congratulations to him. I'll put his link in the description because you should go and check that out. His codcasting is fabulous. Right, now this is like part 2, like I said, but it's also the other side of the coin with regards to editing. Now, as you would have seen in video 1, I highly edited that video. It was one continuous game, but I edited it down so it was only to the bits where there was exciting things going on. This one, however, this is a full game. The only thing I've edited out is the respawn times. I mean, it shows you my highs, my lows, my fails, my deaths. Everything's in there. I mean, I quite like doing that as a game. I think it allows everyone to see, firstly, how I go about a game and how I get into the positions I get into, and secondly, it also shows people that I am in fact human, and the fact that I can complete challenges or not is something that I have to work hard at because I'm not perfect. So it also gives you guys a chance to come in and sort of be part of it. I hope you guys feel that you are part of my channel because I greatly appreciate all the work you do. Now, you just in there, I had to pop up the mini map. Sorry, for some reason the indicator of where the base is intermittent with my game, and it doesn't seem to be a problem for anyone else. So I'm guessing that it's a conflict maybe between my recording software and the game. I don't really know, but in order to find out where things are, I generally have to pull up the mini map. Now it's fine in TDM because obviously there's no objective, you just run around killing everyone, but in this it's pretty important to know where you're going. Now what I'd like to do, because we've got a bit more time in this video, is I'd like to go through my ideas about attacking Diamond Mine with the marksman, because without sounding big-headed, I think I'm pretty good at it, okay? And that's open to discussion, and I'm more than likely going to get flamed for saying that. But I think that I'm pretty good at Diamond Mine, and I wouldn't say that about all the game modes. So it's only because that's what I think. And if there are plenty of mistakes in this, don't get me wrong, and I get shot and killed. I don't go flawlessly or anything like that. So I mean, and this is a great shot here. Watch this. Boom! He frickin' owned me. That was an incredible shot. Great work. That's with the one-shot sniper as well that they tweaked about after the recent changes they made. Anyway, now that I've sort of got round all of that, I better go through the rules just again. Challenge Flads is me getting challenged by you to do various challenges on Ace of Spades. That's as simple as it is. In the comments below this video, write in your challenges. If I get a lot, I'll just randomly pick one, or I might get my son to pick one. I don't know. It depends. It depends on how we look at it, I suppose. If there is only a few, and then I'll pick the one that I think is probably the most testing. The rules that are involved, basically, you make a challenge. It's got to be realistic. Okay, it can't be something completely unachievable. It can be tough. Don't get me wrong. It can be tough. If you've got a challenge, or if you've been trying to do something yourself that you haven't been able to achieve, then you can write that in the challenge and see if I can do it. I mean, I play a lot, and I do tend to do pretty well across the game modes. So I mean, I might be able to complete it. If I don't complete it, and this is where the bit for you comes in, if I don't complete it, then you will get a copy of Ace of Spades free from me. So it's a win-win situation. I mean, I either complete something and we see how we do it, or you win a copy of Ace of Spades. I mean, who can argue with that? So that is the basic rules of Challenge Flads. I hope that you did enjoy the first episode, and that was pretty tough. That was pretty tough going. Anyway, back into this game. So as far as I'm aware, I think so far I haven't been been watching the gameplay. I've been too busy nattering to you guys. As far as I'm aware, I've cashed in 2 diamonds thus far. So the challenge, remember, is to get 5, which when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, that won't be too bad actually. I mean, my most I think is most I think is 8 in any one game, and I tend to play Diamond Mine on Bran Castle, which this map is, with the marksman. I find that I have a far bigger advantage as playing with the marksman, and I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit because I think that if I can help with tactics in this side of the in this side of the game as well, then I think we'll all be gaining something. Hopefully, you guys will learn something new and learn a way of going about the game a little bit differently, and also it means that you guys can give me feedback. So any comments you've got regarding to my playstyle and where I can improve, then they'd be greatly received. I mean, I like to interact with you guys. That's one of the most important things regarding my channel, is that you guys get involved. Okay, so the sniper, the marksman, whatever you want to call him, on Bran Castle, I will pretty much go with this regardless of if I'm blue or green, and regardless of the game mode. And the reason why is because there are some huge sight lines in this game, and even with the reduced sight of the new rifle, it's pretty easy to shoot people from a fair old distance away. I know that they've fogged out like a lot of the map to try and get around cross map sniping. But I'm playing on high, and I'm playing it at 1050 by whatever it is, 1650 by 1050, I think it is. And I've got a pretty good opportunity to shoot a long way when I'm playing these games in that resolution. So I think if I think you are actually at a disadvantage if you're playing on low, because I can probably see you when you can't see me. I know they've tried to even it out with the render distances, but ultimately I think if you got to be playing this game on high, especially on these maps where there's very long sight lines. So with the marksman, the main things you've got to be concerned about are obviously other marksmen, and 2, not getting close to the miners. As you would have seen already, I've been getting killed quite a lot by the miners, and that's my fault because they've taken out no scopes and hip firing for the sniper. Sorry, this game has become a far different shooting mechanic than I really anticipated it would be. I mean, I could get really involved with the miners and the commandos and the rocketeers prior to this update, mainly because I was able to hip fire. So I'd be no scoping from very close ranges, and I was pretty accurate with it as well. So that gave me a huge advantage over everyone else. So with all these trees, it's very difficult to see people all the time, especially when the zones are outside of the sort of open area of the map. When they're inside the castle, it's a bit different because you can see a fair way into there. But what they've done in this is they've actually dropped the bridge. Now that's a very clever tactic, but it's also one that doesn't concern me too much. I'll explain why. And that is because I started off as blue. Now it makes no odds to me whether I'm blue or green, to be honest. It makes a big difference in TDM because if you're green, quite frankly, you're going to get wailed on 90% of the time. I know there are exceptions to that rule, but if the blue team get in your spawn, you're completely wrecked. It will be a slaughter. So to get back into what I was talking about, basically in Diamond Mine, okay, you will find that there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 different points, I believe, where there will be diamonds. 2 are inside the castle and 3 are outside of the castle. Now, if you're playing with the marksman, all these trees are a lot of blocks when you take out the bottom of them. As you can see there, that's a lot of blocks that I'm taking out in one go. So it means my chance of getting a diamond are pretty good on this level. On the more barren levels, like Castle Wars, for example, a marksman is a hugely problematic character to be trying to play Diamond Mine with, because you are not able to take out vast quantities, even with the fact that they've now made blocks one shot hits, one hit destroys, if you like, because basically you have to dig single blocks with the marksman, and that's not cool, and it also takes a bloody long time. So as you can see now, I mean, that's I think there was 2 diamonds that I found inside 30 seconds. Now, the main problem I have here is that the zone is actually inside the castle, and that's a problem. That's a real big problem because they took down the bridge. It was a very clever move. But I'm not too worried about them taking down the castle because basically there are enough points outside the castle that if we let them take the points inside, by like the law of averages, we will get 3-2 as long as we're playing fairly tight. And if we can pick up ones inside the castle as well, then we're actually going to be to a massive advantage. So what I tend to do is I tend to work around the fact that if I go into the castle, I'm likely to die because it's where they spawn. So I try not to get anywhere near those castle zones when I'm playing marksman. I'll try and stay around the peripherals, try and get kills that will help my team get in there, but ultimately you need to be working as a team with rocketeers and miners in order to effectively get into that castle, because otherwise you're just going to be massively exposed. Now, the second point about diamond mine as a marksman is that you've got to be trying to pick up kills. If you're not picking up the kills, you're sort of giving yourself a hard time. Now, I don't get a vast number of kills in this, but what I do is get kills that are important. This one, for example, boom, that guy had free reign over 5 of our team that were carrying a diamond. It's very important that as a sniper, as a marksman, that you support your team in those situations. Even though I'm not going to pick up the diamond, I do it again here. Even though I'm not going to pick up the diamond, I have to be protecting from a longer range the guys that are. You see, he's being chased there by a green guy. This is a long range shot. And boom, there's another one gone. And that means that we can now go in and we can now cash in the diamond. Or everyone wins. That is a very good tactic. It's something that you need to be aware of very, very quickly, that you are there to support as much as you are to attack. Now, with regards to diamonds being in play, if there is a diamond in play, I would still recommend, as long as your team has the diamond, and there was a few of them around it, obviously, I would still recommend trying to take the trees down and trying to get diamonds active within the game, because once one diamond is cashed in, if you've got to go into the castle, you're going to be in a lot of trouble because firstly, they spawn there, like I said, and if they kill you and then take the diamond, then you've got to go and try and find another diamond for the outside of the castle zones. So if you can get 2 diamonds in play, one that you're carrying and keeping outside of the castle, and one that your team is trying to take into the castle, you're giving yourself a much higher chance of actually completing your goal. Anyway, so so I hope that's helped with you guys, and I hope that made a lot of sense. Basically, as you'd have seen, I've already picked up my five confirmed diamonds, and that's the challenge completed. So yeah, Flads won, subscribers won. I've drawn level in episode 2, so that's a very important thing for me because I really didn't want to go too behind this early on. So Darren, Mr. Sniping Raccoon, unfortunately I have defeated your challenge. Yay for Flads! But take heart. It was a good challenge. I enjoyed it. I'll be honest, I actually did it 4 or 5 times before I came up with this video, which was actually the video that I thought best demonstrated how to use a marksman in Diamond Mine. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Flads has now gone 1-1 in the challenge Flad series. I look forward to seeing what you've got for me in the next round of challenges, and just to see my final score. I top scored in diamond captures, diamond finds, and kills. You can't say better than that. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Old Flads. Cheers and goodbye.